Head's giant.
Just brag
Not in
about
real
it.
life.
I was gonna say that's what she said.
Every time somebody says I'm hung, I'm like, you just brag about it. No, they don't even get it.
Let us know, guys, if we have audio. If video's good. Let's get this thing
I thought you
rolling.
was about to say let it snow. I was like, what are you? What?
Yeah, the way this year's been, I wouldn't doubt if it would snow tomorrow.
It's 90 degrees today and ice over tomorrow.
Right. Let us know. We got audio. We good? Yes, good.
Yes, okay. Yes.
What's going on, everyone? Appreciate you guys tuning in to a Tuesday night live. Appreciate my dudes, BassGeek and Debo, hanging with us as well. Tell you what, I miss these guys. It's been a while since we've all hung out together.
I know, man.
It's been a minute.
Yes. Two handsome fellas, man. And then we got Hank.
I didn't even catch the two. I didn't even catch the two.
It's going to be one of them shows.
Listen, I'm a big cuddly teddy bear.
Right. So how the heck are you guys? I think we were kind of talking about fishing earlier. You guys been fishing or?
Yeah, I'm going to go the next 2 days. You know, for me, it's just been playing with my unit. Yeah. You know, that's pretty much.
He's talking about the Garmin.
The Garmin. Yeah, the new Garmin, the Live Scope Plus. It's got some, it's girthy. So, you know.
We were talking about that earlier. Let's just start out with that. Because a lot of my followers have asked about the higher end electronics, which I'm not into at the moment. So, Hank, tell us about it, man. Tell us what you got and how you like it. Do you want to go into what you said earlier?
No,
machines.
Let's leave that part
marriage.
out.
We'll leave that out.
I got to play with here. We'll start with mine because I'm the dumbest of the three probably when it comes to electronics. But I got to, when I was up in Minnesota, play with what's the Hummingbird one where you can see like it looks like a radar going around.
Oh, the 360.
360. It's not live like
it's
it wasn't
still
showing
good,
live
though.
thing. Oh, dude, it was freaking amazing. So like that's the first time I've ever got to play with that, and I'll just say that I feel like that was like a game changer for you know, I've only been used to like the 2D ones where you can see depth, like that's all Dad and I have ever used. So I just want to say that I feel like that if you've never used that, like it literally showed you where the boulder pile was 50 feet out, so you knew exactly like where to fish. So I will just say that one was crazy to me. So go ahead and talk about your stuff, your live
your marriage that you were.
Yeah.
So I did just pick up a Garmin. I was lucky enough. There's a company that I didn't even realize they were in the Knoxville area, which is real close to me. But they were Bass Boat Electronics, and so I've got one of my Hummingbirds. The side imaging is going out, which has kind of been a reoccurring theme with that unit, but it's out of warranty. So I was like, well, I'm going to get me another one. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, man? Now listen, guys. I mean, they're not cheap. And you know, I've got a video coming out that talks about, do you really need, you know, graphs? You don't. But if you're going to
talk about Garmin, but you had Hummingbirds before that, correct?
Yeah, I've got Hummingbirds. The Garmin that I bought is a standalone Garmin.
I got you.
And so basically, what I decided to do was go with the GPS map, which it won't even take a transducer other than the live. So it's kind of like this combo that's really built just for that. But it cost me about $3,000. By the time I got all the wiring and everything in, it was about, you know, 3,500. But I had to buy the black box, the unit, the actual LV34.
What size screen does that get you?
Now it's a 10-inch screen.
10-inch.
So, which I got me a. It's called. They sell them. What is it called? It's called a corn-fed mount, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a double mount. It's about I think 3 feet, so it's up high, so it's really nice. But it has changed the way I fish. I've been going to a small lake that I grew up fishing, so I know where the bass are. I know where the crappie are. I can go look at things and know what I'm seeing on the screen is fish A, B, and C. And literally, I've got it tweaked in now to where I can throw a weightless Senko on a 3/0 EWG Gamakatsu hook, and I can see it in 3 foot of water, 40 feet out. And I mean, it's insane. It's insane. I say in the video, does it help you catch more fish? It probably does if you go to a lake that you don't really know, right? Don't know every little nook and cranny of it. But what it does on that lake that I basically know better than the back of my hand is it allows me to find those fish, target them. I mean, I'm seeing schools at 120 feet out, casting a swim bait and feeling it hit the bass 110 feet out as it's coming through the school. You want to talk about not getting hung up anymore? Throw it out there. You can see the brush pile, and you can literally work it over top of the limbs.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, it's insane. It's insane. It is what I was just getting ready to tell you guys.
We forgot Debo to put him on a timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I was
we knew this was going to happen, Jim, when you said, "Yeah, tell us about LiveScope." And
that's what I mean.
I was like, "Oh,
that's why I got Hank in the center. I kind of figured it's his show,
So, well, the last thing I'll say about it is finding fish in an area. You can see. I was throwing a buzz bait, and you can see the disturbance the buzz bait makes on the surface of the water. And you can watch the fish come up and look at it. So if they are there, like I went down this one section of lake and I was throwing a buzz bait just to see if I could get anything to react like that. And I was watching, and I immediately noticed all the fish that would come up out of the brush, out of the laydowns, would be about 10 foot deep. And they just wouldn't come up. They'd maybe come up to the edge or a foot above the brush, and they'd go right back down. And so what does that tell you? You can instantly discern that I should be throwing a swim bait, a spinner bait, a crank bait, something down there. They're not in the mood to come up or even come back by and, drop a worm or a jig in. So that's what it done for me. It's just, it made everything faster. Everything's faster.
The other thing that I've seen about those is even if it's a lake that obviously a lake changes each time you fish it, a month later, is just pulling up to one of those spots, a brush pile or whatever you're talking about. You pull up, you literally only see one fish there. Maybe it's not worth your time. You pull up to a point and see 20 fish all schooled there. You're like, oh, damn, well, I know where I'm going to spend, because the age old question, how long do you spend in a spot before you move on? Well, damn, like that would be a whole different game if I could be bank fishing and like put on x-ray goggles and look in there and see, okay, I see 10 fish on this point. I'm going to spend more time, It's essentially what it is. So,
but do you go home more mad when you know the fish are there and you can't catch them?
It is a little more frustrating, but I will say this, you can also tell, I mean, so I go cruising up on this one area that I know they like to set out on a ledge deep, right? Go across them, see nothing. Back off, throw the live scope down and start looking, and there's a school suspended over that ledge in 10 foot of water. And so when I ran directly across them, but for whatever reason, I guess, when I ran directly across them at 10 foot, they probably separated, they scattered. And so, you didn't see them on the traditional, sonar downside imaging, but when you went across them with the live scope, it's like, golly, there's 80 or 100 fish here.
Wow.
And what you can see, what I think's great, and suspended up, what I think's great is you can start to tell when they're actually going to bite what you're throwing through them. And that's, you'll start to notice they'll be set up or grouped up a specific way. Like when they're really grouped up and just balled up, I mean, you could throw a flashy hook in there and probably get them to bite. But there's times after you catch one or two of them, they'll spread out and you
Mhm.
they'll you'll start seeing some of them just kind of go down and come up, and it's almost like they're just kind of doing their own thing
Mhm.
instead of being a wolf pack and moving like a wolf pack. And it's I've learned a lot about how fish react to baits, and it's extremely educational. I mean, it changes the way you think about what your bait and stuff's doing.
Let me ask you one thing: if you heard, or if you, would you know, with a unit like that, is it as clear in muddier water?
Within a unit, when the water gets muddy, it's going to dirty up a little bit. But now I will say this: you can tweak that out. Just for you, I got on a shallow point. Now the water was clear, but I did run a square bill, and you can see it.
DT16 or
No. But
I ran my square bill.
Went with the 14.
87 foot down there.
Yeah,
banging it off rocks.
My DT10 square bill.
Do you do the Carolina rig square bill trick? Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's how I do it.
3 ounce weight with your square bill.
But it's been pretty neat, man. But I'll say, when everybody starts seeing recordings, I'm not one of those guys that like a solid black screen, and I've got a great recording of where the bass are up, and you can see small bait fish, and there's no way, if you keep that screen clean, that you would have seen those without having it, dirtied up. I don't like to miss things. And so if you don't have a little bit of just, graininess to it,
right,
you miss things.
It's almost like dialing in my stupid head. I'm thinking of it like dialing in a flasher. Like you can cut your I forget what it's called. Your I can't even think what it's called, what that dial is. But anyway, it's like essentially the sensitivity. If you put the sensitivity way up, you see other little things that can be kind of like annoying.
Yeah.
But if you cut it way down, then sometimes you miss fish that are just on the edge of that cone.
Exactly.
Just, looking at a cone like that. Yeah. So.
And that's the biggest key. You're taking it, and it's like shining a flashlight in the dark. So instead of that cone going down, it's going out. So you'll notice as you turn the fish when you get them in the middle, they'll be brighter. So
yeah, the best like depiction graphic of this I had ever seen, it was either on like a Humminbird or a Garmin like advertisement. Dude, it was I think everybody should put that on when they talk about this stuff, because it showed like, a computer image like graphic of a dude in a boat. Now that we've hijacked Jim's stream here.
Yeah, I was thinking
it showed like a dude in a boat, but under it was just like you're saying, it was showing like the different color to the cone as he was going around, that it showed like 360 versus downside, like what it did.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's the best depiction of, because it's even like I kind of know what the stuff is, and it's hard for me to like visualize it. But anyway, sorry, go ahead, Jim.
I thought Hank would have needed to take a breath or something, but
no, you get me talking about electronics, man.
All right.
This guy can play the bagpipes. It's so windy.
Team Bass Pack, fishing a tube in the summertime. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know when the right time would be to fish a tube. I fish a tube really summer, spring, fall. But the reason I do it is because I have a ton of confidence in it. It was probably the second soft plastic that I ever bought, because I caught a lot of fish on it. I gained confidence in it, so I usually have one with me all the time. So I fish them, like I said, spring, summer, fall. Hank, you do tubes?
I love to fish a tube. I fish them a lot during the summertime because, when the water clears up. So, it's something that around here, a lot of guys just don't throw a whole lot. And you get out there on those ledges around those largemouth and those smallmouth. It's a nice, compact, really subtle bait. You can stick a football head in it, and it looks good.
So you throw them for a smallmouth too, a largemouth?
Yeah.
Debo?
Yeah, pretty much same. It's huge. I used to throw a tube a lot, and like the river guys around here, like if you fish a river, like they're a staple, and I feel like it's kind of fallen off for a lot. And like I think people think that they're just a smallmouth bait is kind of the thing around here. But there was a couple lakes around here where nobody throws them. And I used to just like Texas kind of wimpy Texas rig one, and it would get crushed, black and blue. So I think it's just something they don't see. And it mimics a cross so well. So I don't know why people think that, it's only, and I was throwing like the bigger ones, like 3.5, 4-inch ones, and just flipping that around and dragging it just like I would a worm or whatever and kind of pop it. So
cool. Oh, Cox juice.
Oh man.
Do you guys remember some of the first soft plastics that you ever bought? Mine were the Chompers brand. Like I said, I remember it was their Cinco and their tubes. And I tell you what, the worst thing I could do is I opened those up in my wife's car. That Chompers scent is like super strong.
Yeah, that garlic is ridiculous. The smell that they have.
I
would say Mans for me. Like I couldn't tell you, but like I was such a Hank Parker fan and stuff back in the day. Like Mans, I was a huge Mans jelly worm and auger tail, that type of stuff.
I can't remember if it was like Culprit, Mans, or
Power Bait here.
Just
we had the
Zoom.
Power Bait.
Yeah, Power Bait. Zoom, of course.
Oh, Debo, what lake were you on?
Lake something, Monona or something. And then the other one, how original is this? The second lake I fished was called Fish Lake.
All right.
That was literally the name of the lake.
Somebody put a lot of thought.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, if we don't catch something here, this is absolute junk. It was right on the outskirts of Minneapolis, Chris. We were supposed to go to Mille Lacs, but it was like 30-mile-an-hour gusts, and even the little lake that we were on was tough. Luckily, we had spot lock, but it was still choppy.
What's going on, Harry? They're my favorite YouTube fishermen, all in the same place. Lucky me. What's up, guys? You guys see any comments? Let me know.
I see lots of. I was going to try to type, and I was trying to get the stream up here, but
I was actually just, doing what I normally do, being in La La Land.
All right, Terrence, what's up, fellas? What are your opinions on Dobbins rods, Daiwa reels? I'm thinking about upgrading my setups.
I like Dobbins. Yeah. I've got everything from their cheap version of rod. Their Colts are good.
Colt or the Maverick now? Mavericks.
Yeah, is it the Mavericks now? And I haven't tried the Mavericks, but I'm sure Dobbins makes quality rods. Yeah, I think me and you, TJ, Jim, we've talked about it a couple times. They tend to be a little on the softer side.
Right.
Yep. So a little bit lighter, a little softer.
Yeah.
As far as reels go, Daiwa's one of the tops.
Yeah.
Hard to beat a Daiwa reel.
Can't go wrong.
Actually, when I got into Dobbins, I was using I think Tatulas at the time. Tatulas and Zillions. Great combos.
I was, for my members, when I was talking to my members thing, that was really nice of you to donate one of your Metaniums to that I can give away for a reel. So
oh, really?
I appreciate that. Yeah, dude.
No problem.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about the Dobbins rods is the cap. I wish the cap wasn't like serrated. Like it's nice to screw it on, but
gotcha.
Like when I pitch and flip, I always finger my line, like to feel, if I'm getting a bite or anything. And when I throw it out there and I'm kind of popping it, that kind of rubs. It's not a deal breaker. I usually just move my finger up above it, but like that would be my only gripe. Otherwise, I freaking love them. And I've just
need a little softer cover for those soft hands you got there.
I know. These are piano playing hands, Hank. No, I can't. I have no idea how to play piano. But I've pimped it a ton. Rich Hellabass, good friend of all of ours, and if you haven't watched his live with Gary Dobbins, like I thought that was awesome. Gary seems like just a straight shooter, like not trying to sell everybody on his ecstasies. He's like, I mainly use the champions. They're $200 rods and they're my favorite. So I would say watch that one if you're thinking about a Dobbins.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he talked about him very openly.
All right, TS question. Somewhat advanced fisherman here, but I feel sometimes I see a juicy spot on the lake pond and fish it and no bites, but a minute or so after there's a jump or action there. Any suggestions?
So the biggest thing I'll say that took me forever to learn is carp jump. If you're seeing fish porpoise out of the water 99% of the time it's not going to be bass.
Yeah.
Usually if bass are chasing and like hitting top water, you're usually going to see little fish bubbling or jumping before you're ever going to see a bass do that.
Especially, I don't know if it's normal or not, especially in the springtime when I'm shooting videos. You know, you always have fish jumping behind you, and that's what you think it's bass, but carp. Yeah,
it's carp.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do it, but they literally do and I've got to the point where I can discern a carp or a bass actually chasing and hitting something on top water, and because a carp, they just do this whole. It's like I'm dying.
They porpoise out. Yeah.
Right.
Oh!
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming carp spawn, correct? I mean, do they?
They do. Now, when carp are spawning, they'll get up real shallow, and there'll be 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and I mean, they're making a mess.
You'll just see a huge commotion. Yep.
I guess that would be in the springtime, just with the bass and all that, bluegill and all that.
A lot of times, like right after the bass. Yeah.
This year it was the same time for us here, but yeah, it looks like a whole bunch of angry fish, like they've almost like they've beached themselves too shallow, and they're just going up in there.
Oh no, Metanium drawing.
See, Dan got in on it. Yeah, there was a couple. I don't know if Jim said he was doing a drawing tonight, or but he said he had an extra Metanium. He was.
I will do a giveaway at the end of the stream. You guys stick around for that, but I don't believe it's going to be Metanium. You know, I thought Debo was giving away that zillion. He was going to sign it.
No, I didn't hear that. And the only things I've seen in the comments is the Metanium giveaway you were doing. So I thought it was really nice of you, man.
Is Debo holding out us here? Did you see how many rods Debo just bought? Did you buy some rods?
That was not the sale. I did a video of which is funny because I knew I was going to get people that loved it, and people that hated it. But Kistler's having that 50% off sale right now. If you buy 3 rods, you get 50% off. Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to do, like, I'm going to show all my Kistler rods, talk about which ones I like, which ones I'd recommend, and then, say, hey, it's got the 50% off deal now. People are like, oh, you're the biggest scam. You have to buy 3. This guy's a liar. Or these are way too much. Why would you ever do this video? I'm like, Jesus H, people, you can't win. Do a vid on your rod arsenal. Okay, I'll do the Kistler because you can get a 50%. Oh, they're too expensive. You're a sellout idiot.
I'll tell you what, man. I like the Kistler rods. I got one. The KLX. I got one. He's sent me one that. It's what is it? The weightless worm rod, and man, I use it for floating worms, and like if I'm skipping a fluke into some timber and stuff. Golly, man, that is the craziest combo I own.
Have either of you held the helium or used a helium?
No,
I've got one, and I don't like it as much as the KLX.
Are you
I like
serious?
The KLX more. I'm dead serious.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't tried the helium yet.
I love the
I mentioned both you and Jim. I think somebody already messaged on mine. Oh, so you're gonna give Jim your helium? If not, I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
Because I talked about you on that. I'm like, I know Jim likes these the most.
That helium's awesome.
I'll tell you what, man. I coupled it with the Lose Custom Pro. I mean, the really light one. Golly, what a combo that is, dude.
I did have one of the cranking rods. What do they call it? Is it the Feel and Reel?
Yeah.
I didn't care for that rod. I thought that with that glass tip, man, that it was really tip heavy. I didn't care for that rod.
Really?
Was it a composite like glass and?
Yeah, and it just got a glass tip.
I don't have one from them. I have one from TFO that I really like.
But it's not. I don't believe it's through the blank. I think it only has a glass tip on it.
You know that's how they usually are. It's usually like 40-60, like a certain percent of it'll be glass, and the rest will be graphite.
This one, the first one that I've had like that, and it was, to me, it was just real tip heavy.
Yeah, and I know like the one from I could I won't get up because then Jim will just make fun of me for having everything here. But the like you'll find when you get a composite rod, they're definitely gonna be a lot bigger around here. Like if you compare a composite with that glass, depending on if it goes all the way through or not. And
like the KVD ones, they're thick. Yeah, the KVD rods.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, but even if you remember, like back in the old days when so many glass rods were out there, they're leaps and bounds above those. Those things felt like you were holding a mini telephone pole. So, but it's just the material.
See, man, I've never been a glass rod guy. I want to feel every rock. I want to feel everything on the bottom. And where I fish swim bait so much, you always have to wait for the load on a swim bait. If you're fishing something with a single hook on it. So you always got to wait for that load. So I I kind of already knew how, because I was a big deep crankbait guy before I ever got into the swim baits. So, you're just always kind of wait for that load and just leaning in on them. And I don't know, man, that buggy whip type rod, man, if I'm just not getting any transmission back from that crankbait, I'm just not sure what's going on.
Gotcha. It's never really been that so much for me. And I'd never really pay attention to really rod or reel weight, but I've always noticed it with those glass rods. I just never liked it. Sticks rods. Hank, you use those, don't you?
Listen, if you are a beginner, or if you just want to, if you want
I feel like we're gonna have to put a timer when he starts having a conversation with
listen, those things for the money.
Put this in a minute.
You can get 6 rods for $500, and I'm telling you, they are great rods. Great.
God, don't post that as a video. People will run you up and down the coals. It's too expensive.
Well, but I mean, you're getting 6 rods. I mean, you're getting 6 quality rods. Well, look, if $100 for a rod is too expensive to you, I'm going to say it. Get a better job.
Dang, Hank, that's aggressive.
Man.
Work harder. Trust me, everybody needs somebody right now. Can't get my damn burger.
Hey, I was super happy. You guys know we love the Dairy Queen over here, right? They opened the doors finally, like last week.
Yes, there you go.
You can go in there. Well, they were open all along, but you couldn't go inside. And I was always going in my work truck, so I had to park at McDonald's and then wait in the drive-thru.
So
it's nice that I can go in there now.
That would be weird.
Yeah, everyone always kind of looks at you while you're standing there, like, are you going to rob me or something?
McDonald's. You know what I call McDonald's food? Solid cardboard.
My son's like, this is garbage.
Dude, I love their fish fillets. That and the McChickens. I get 2 McChickens, hold the lettuce, add pickles and cheese.
I just can't do it. I'll eat anything. I mean,
But that's it. That's all I like. Like their burgers and stuff.
Solid cardboard.
Yeah, is that even meat? I don't even know what that is.
It's that pink slime, ain't it? Ain't that what it is?
It's definitely not a girthy burger, that's for sure.
No.
Take a drink.
Now, don't get me wrong, $600 might be a little expensive, but
to each his own, man. That's the thing is like all 3 of us use stuff up and down the line, which is cool. It's not just I only use this because I'm sponsored by him. I just did a video on a $100 combo from Abu, and then go to using Kistler, to using mid-priced Okuma, to using $100 loose rod, to So
and you're right, and I mean
some stuff. It's all right. We're gonna have budget reviews too.
Yeah, how much have I went on about the what is it, the Airdex by Daiwa, which is like a $35 rod. And I mean, that thing is sick and durable, And Piscofun reels. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you, Piscofun reels, man.
All right. How well do you think you would do just walking up to a pond and cast bankside in regards to breaking it down to catch fish on purpose? So not knowing anything about it, just going in there making a cast? Is that what he's getting at here?
I mean, if you don't have confidence, what do you have? I feel like I do pretty good. I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah, I would never just walk up to a pond and cast bankside just to do it, to break it down. Like if I'm looking at a pond, I'm either going to look at, like time of year, if it's spring and I think they're going to be up, kind of break it down that way and use my best guesses to attack them. If I think they're going to be, there's a real sharp drop off, like we have the DNR maps where we can look at the structure. So if I know there's a point where it literally goes 6 feet out from the bank, it drops from 3 feet to 10 feet, something like that. Summer, that's probably a chance where they're going to be there throwing a jerkbait or a crank or find wood, pitch to wood, but I guess I would never just.
I would say like one of the really 2 of the ponds that I fish are fairly small. And for that reason, I would never just go up there and just cast to the side. It seems like you just go up there and just right in the middle, just because it's not that big. It's not that deep. So that'll mean you're breaking it down. You're just looking, well, this ain't even half an acre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's me. I mean, most time I make it before I come walking up because I don't want to scare if there's any fish up there shallow. I'll make a quick cast, from back a little bit, throw around. But then I get up there, and when I'm fishing ponds, the first thing I pick up almost 90% of the time is going to be some sort of small spinner bait.
Spinnerbait and a Cinco.
Yeah, there you go.
Debo question. Here we go. Debo question. Have you ever thought to Texas rig a Little Smokies cocktail sausage on a treble hook? I asked because I did that once and caught about a 2-pounder. Am I missing something here?
No, I don't know where this came from. Why the Little Smoky comments were directed to me.
I'm eating the Little Smokies. I ain't giving them over to no fish.
Dude, I used to love the Vienna sausages back in the day. And those you remember those in those little cans?
Oh, yeah,
Dude,
man.
I used to eat the hell out of those in the barbecue
I still
sauce.
get them. I was going to say they come in like some sort of barbecue sauce.
Oh, my gosh, dude. No, man, I'm not a big, like, throw something out on a hook and just sit and watch it. Like, I cannot stand that.
Yeah, save that for lunch and a cracker.
Or sardines.
I can't do sardines.
Oh, me neither. No way. I'm assuming, Dan, when we said Dobbins were a bit on the soft side, I'm sure it all comes down to really what you use last, whatever you're comparing it to.
And there's some things I like that a lot better for. Like that Dobbins Fury that's like a little bit softer, medium heavy. Even for like a moving bait rod, perfect. If you're trying to throw like a little bit heavier Texas rig on that one, you just have to step up a little bit more. Like, don't be afraid to get like an extra heavy or be like a 705 or 706 or whatever length that'd be a 7 foot. But like a 5 or 6 because it's not as like heavy as some of the others.
Like even the cranking rods, I think it was a 705 I used to use. Like I didn't really love that one. I thought it was just a bit too stiff. I actually like the Akuma ones better. They're a bit softer. But like I said, this depends what you've kind of used already, what you're comparing it to.
Is that what this is?
All right, here's a BassGeek question.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
How have those Amazon, was it Marupa wood cranks? Been for you? How's the swim or vibration on those baits?
They're a little more subtle, and it really does depend on the body style. Of course, it's a wood bait, so generally they're going to be a little less, little lighter vibration. But as far as the paint and stuff goes, man, they hold up good. It's got a circuit board bill, and then it's got some twisted wire that comes out to reinforce it. They're good baits. They're expensive. They're extremely well made. They're probably some of the most if not the most well made wooden baits I've ever seen. I'm not sponsored by them. I just kind of discovered them. They're beautiful made. I mean, beautiful.
Oh, Debo, do you have an XP, Champion XP?
I do. Love it.
Is the nut smooth around there?
It's not. Nope. The nuts are the same on.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. They look like what you had earlier.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't remember if the Champion's the orange one or the blue one.
Blue one.
The orange one.
The XP is the blue one.
So the blue one, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's not till you get till the, and I haven't even got to use this yet. This was a secret unboxing deal, but the Champion Extreme is the one where it starts and it goes to this, which is smooth and I like.
Which one you got there?
Oh, I don't know if I can tell that. Right now it's supposed to be a surprise, but it's a 7.4 mag heavy, rated up to 1.5 ounces. But again,
a 745.
You think like a mag heavy, like this thing's gonna be crazy, but it's like, it's not
super light.
It's 745. So
I sold off a handful of my Dobbins, but I kept my 44 and 45. Good rod.
I got Hellabass's take on which one. He said this is like one of the best all around. So
when I was using that one, that was my jig rod.
Yeah, it's a sick little rod. I haven't even got to take it out yet, but it's nice. Need more time to fish. This work stuff.
Oh, I know,
puts a cramp on fishing. And then last weekend I was gonna go raining. Come on, catch a break.
So I'm saying, man, we all should just quit. Quit and fish.
Get a bachelor
I'm
pad.
ready.
We all quit. We all figure out a way for our wives to make really good money. We all just live together in a bachelor pad. Fish all the time.
Anybody use 6 cents off plastics? I ask because I'm really thinking of buying 6 cents off baits. I would like to ask if 6 cents catches anything, or is 6 cents a good brand? I don't have a ton of experience with plastics. I've used them. I mean, they seem pretty solid.
Cloud's good.
Yeah.
The Stroker Craw I've used a couple times, has a really good look, and that's, I think, about it.
The hard baits.
The Divine. The swim baits are really nice.
I do want to get some of their tubes,
Baits.
but I didn't care for they kind of have a crappy color selection for them tubes. Have you guys looked at those?
The Krube? Is
that what it's called?
No, yeah. I'll just use a tube.
Yeah.
That's one company I really have not jumped into. I keep wanting to buy some of their hard baits, especially their deep divers. They look great, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a handful of a lot of the shallower ones. I mean, they're good. I've caught fish on them, but I think you're paying for that paint job and paying for, good hooks out of the box and all that. I don't think they're any better than like KVD 1.5 or anything like that. Combs jumped around on me. Guess anything here?
It's recent stuff. I don't know how far behind you are.
All right, hey, Hank, this will be going for you. If you had to choose between Live Scope or the Ultrex, which would you choose if you get
Live
both?
Scope? I don't have an Ultrex. Mine's on actually I don't even have a Fortrex. I've got a Maxim, and that's what I'm running it on. I just look at it like, so if you've got something that's got a spot lock on there, you basically nullify the Live Scope. I mean, because you have to point it where you want to go. Now, that can be all right if you're out ledge fishing, you're in the current, the lineup. I mean, but for me, I'm getting. I'll put it to you this way. I'm going to put it to you this way. If I had 0 graphs on my boat, I wouldn't even put one at the console. I would get the Garmin Live Scope first, because I can literally pull up, throw it down, scan around, pull it back up, and leave. And you will see more bass that way than you would using the down and side imaging. I know guys that have like Ultrex and they've got the remote control, and they literally friggin' drive around graphing with it. Because you can share it to your back screen. Yeah.
Pretty good.
And they just take the remote and move it sideways to look while they're on the big motor.
Debo, you have a Pro TI?
I do not. No.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I don't either.
Never bought one. I've got the Hyper Mag or whatever on sale, and I thought that one was good enough that I did see that the TI is one of the few that has like aluminum side plates, unless you get into like the bigger 300 size, but which I always thought was weird. Like I would figure they're more high price stuff. But I'm kind of like you. The last couple Lures I've got, I've been a little disappointed. Like they don't come in any sort of packaging. It's just in the
that really
box.
ticks me off.
The past two that I've got,
deal to put it in a baggie,
right? And it's not a huge deal. But the last two that I've got have had paint chips and scratches.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
it's all right.
So,
Mine are all going to
have
have
deal breaker, but
paint chips and scratches.
That's a dude. Oh,
I don't even bend over. I'm just like plop.
It's just the principle. How many times is that reel going to shake in that box? And cardboard, it's just.
Yeah, it's the principle. Like literally not even trying to. And like I know, I think when I talked about it on a couple videos ago, my Zillion is, it looks like absolute trash from dropping it, being in the back of the truck. I'm like, I think I said if Tackle Junkie saw this on the video, he'd flip in his grave.
I mean, but Luz is already saving money because they don't even put the pamphlets or not like that in the boxes anymore.
No,
yeah,
I think they can at least spring for that baggie,
Which I don't mind. Like, I mean nobody
Shimano
reads
gives
that.
you like the
only
bubble wrap bags, all padded. I'm just saying, They could.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's the premise of it that
Oh, wait till you see what I do in this next video with
Oh,
some
no.
rods. I've got them sitting to the side and I just kick them. Get over there. I got 30 rods out.
Do you have the Scorpion DC, Debo?
I do. Yep.
Yeah. How do you like that one compared to the Corrado?
Dude, I'm not big on like the DC things.
Really?
I've
I have
I've
to
got them and
say,
tried them.
for certain things, I like the DCs.
Hank,
for certain
you're
Like
not
for
in this
skipping
one.
and stuff.
You're not in this
Yes.
one.
For skipping and stuff, I agree with you, Jim. They are easy for that. But
Oh, yeah.
like the
I wouldn't
MGL,
even
I kind
bother
of fell in
skipping
love.
with any other reel.
Yeah, the MGL 150, that Corrado MGL 150. I kind of fell in love with that the other day, man. Using that all day.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's funny how different people have opinions of like.
Oh yeah. I was out fishing with my wife last night, and she was actually using the Scorpion. And I thought to myself, she's going to blow this reel up. And I got to set to where, she shouldn't do it. And
Yeah.
it was pretty good throughout the day. And at the very end of the night there, I heard it. I was like, oh, that's going to be a bad one. I got to restring that one next time I use it. Yeah, she managed to back.
Hear the wee.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That was fresh at Brazex.
See, I'm bad. Like I buy combos based on like I don't want to have to tie anything on. And then if I use it a lot, I want like 3 of them.
Right.
So that's how I go about buying combos. It's like, okay, man, I'm going to buy this. So like literally I have this is my ledge fishing lineup consists of like probably 30 rods.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's like 5 or 6 different types of swim bait rods. There's 2 spoon rods, 2 jig rods, a Carolina rig rod, a 2-ounce or better, like a 1 to 3 ounce spinnerbait rod, chatterbait rod.
1 to 3 ounce spinnerbait.
Yeah, spinnerbait and chatterbaits. Yeah,
Like
man. Yeah,
3 ounce
shallow.
spinnerbait.
Listen. When I'm shallow fishing my spinnerbait, I like at least a 2 ounce.
1 ounce actually. I'll throw because where I live at, it's like this, right? So when I throw a 1 ounce up there, it's only a foot deep for like a foot out, and then it's 3, 6. So you throw it out there and you just let it contour the bottom. Unfortunately, my bottom's like this.
Right. SLX rods. You guys use that? I never had a SLX rod. You guys?
I do. I've got 2 of them. Yeah, that 7.2 that you're talking about, that heavy. I used that for frogging all 1 year and did really well. I've got a medium that I used a little bit, and then I kind of put it away. I switched it, but yeah, that heavy would be awesome for toads. Absolutely.
Cool.
They're good. I mean,
I got mine at half off. I don't know if you have Shields, but look, they do like regular sales. American Legacy does them too, where you can get like I don't know if it's like a Shimano sponsored thing, but it's only on the SLX stuff.
Okay.
You get them half off. So $50 for that one, I think, is a steal.
Any rod that you hated after you bought it? I'm not going to say hate, but one of the first ones that comes to mind is that KVD cranking rod. I didn't.
Really?
I think I might have used it twice and took it out of the boat. I didn't care for it.
There was I can't remember. It was like Lou's, like they're low end laser.
Mm-hmm.
It was a casting reel. It was just a dead. I mean, that rod was just dead. It was just dead. You get a rod like back in the day, like the old cherry woods from Berkeley used to be real good, and then they came out like a second, and those rods, that rod was just totally dead.
Any thoughts on the new Abu Combo Berkeley Square Bill package? Sold at Walmart for $75. Haven't seen that one.
Haven't seen it. Yeah,
pretty good deal though. Combo and a square bill.
Yeah.
And I would agree with this next comment here. Debo has the biggest tackle collection.
Oh my God, not at all cooler, dude. If you saw all the crap that Jim has showed me before, Like
don't know
y'all
what you're
don't
talking
even
about.
understand.
I
how much
mean, I'm
stuff he
sorry,
has.
but he just put more racks in his garage.
Yeah. This
I mean,
dude said, "Oh, just for my extra stuff," and I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh man.
This is stuff
yeah,
I don't
it's
have
not
time
even
to
close to
open.
yeah. Well, I've got about 37 boxes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to build on.
I think that's like 16 or 18 foot of shelf. I actually need one more.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, dude. I've got this little,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say maybe 12 by 12 room that's all
Yeah.
full of stuff. I mean, I've got a decent collection, but
Yeah, I've
nothing
got
compared
a
to some of these
decent
people.
I
collection.
don't know what you're talking
Or
about.
like Nick, when I had Nick the Informative Fisherman on my channel, holy crap! You want to talk about somebody that had
Oh my God, I could imagine.
tons of stuff like
Who's this?
Nick. You remember
yeah.
him, the Informative
Yeah.
Fisherman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I finally got him on a live. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Dude, when he was off, before or after, I remember he's like, yeah, I was looking at this and like, but I didn't know he and I think it's different when you work for like a company like that, but he's like the marketing rep for like Savage Gear
Oh, yeah.
and so he works through them. So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's good for
Yeah.
him. I always liked this stuff, and he kind of fell off, but he said that it was kind of like YouTube, I guess they kind of clashed or something, and I don't know, but yeah, I always liked this stuff.
Oh yeah. Hank, the Third Eye Samurai. Using that one?
The swim bait?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the samurai with the samurai tail. Yeah, man, that's a killer little bait with all the different ways you can fish it. You can trim the paddle tail off and use it as a straight tail. You can
That's what I did on a chatterbait. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's great. And you can
Keep
cut
keep the spike on it and just cut the sidewalls, like the this part, the paddle part.
Exactly.
Snip that off, and yeah.
I've got a short that it blew up out there somewhere on it, on exactly the different ways you can do it. So it's a great, and it's on an A rig, man. It's something that they don't see.
What about here on a Tokyo rig? Would you rig it that way?
Yeah, I like a Tokyo rig. I'll tell you what a Tokyo rig has become for me. It's become a wobble head. It's become a wobble head where you can keep it up off the bottom a little bit. So you get those, who is it makes them? VMC, those rugby heads that just have the hole through them. And voila.
Those are like the shaky head rugby head. It's like an EWG hook. Those are awesome. I used to.
Well, no, these are just the heads. They literally have.
Oh, really?
They're just the weight. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they've got the rugby head like shaky heads, but these are just
those.
the weight. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, those shaky heads are nice though.
Does Jewel have something like that too?
I don't know. I don't keep up with Jewel. Did she? She had like one good song, right?
I sure don't listen to her. I mean, I'm talking about the cackle here.
I remember Jewel. She had a popular song back in the day. What was it? I remember her.
Something.
I always thought she was pretty.
I just keep remembering this "You Belong to Me" part. That's all I can remember of it. You belong to me. Blah, blah.
Just for the record, I don't remember any of it.
Don't be so proud. Come on.
There's a lot of things I was doing that probably kept me from remembering way back in them days. Nothing like tonight, though.
Oh, here we go. This or that. It's a good one.
I love
shelf combo or mix and match
a
brand rod reel build. I rebuild my own.
Always mix almost always get a better deal unless they have like good sales on like a solid combo.
And you can find such good, just sweet combos when you mix and match, man. I've got like 2 or 3. I swear I'll never get rid of them. Never. They're mine forever.
Do you guys ever do the thing too where you have a rod on a reel for so long that you want to use it for something different, but it's like that reel belongs on that rod because it's been there. I can't take it off. What am I going to
Because maybe it matches?
It's weird.
No.
I don't ever put things together because they match. I will sometimes if I have 2 that I'm going to put on it and like it matches color, I will. However, I'm not as OCD as Jim.
No.
You're telling me you got that extreme Dobbins and you're not going to put the Z2 on there?
No. Look
Dude,
at
you're crazy.
this will blow your mind. No, dude, simply because the combo that I put together, it works so well. Are you talking about the Z slide?
Yeah.
I'm literally gonna take
Dude,
the camera.
that rod and reel was like a combo made in heaven.
I'm gonna take my camera into my rod and reel room right now, just to show you all the mismatches.
Look, Debo even copied off me and got all the same rod racks. Somebody's got.
I got, dude, it was like Bass Dash or somebody on Amazon had them super cheap. Fish Square or something. I don't know. There's other companies trying to charge way too much for that crap one. Okay, so here's my Z slide, gray and orange, and it goes perfect with this black and blue Dobbins.
But it would go better with the Extreme.
No, I'm joking. It doesn't go at all. But dude, it's again, dude, I freaking love this combo together. Like it's one of those I don't want to take off. Weightless stuff.
But maybe if
this thing was kind of a beast,
you'd like it better.
This thing was kind of a beast to get dialed in, but
you think?
Once you get it,
really,
it was one of the hardest reels I've dialed in a while. Yeah, I keep mine pretty loose, but once you get it, man,
it's a caster voice. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
When these comments jump around on.
Has Jim tried biscuits and gravy from Chris Rush yet? Have you tried it yet?
I have not. And there was a couple times I was out to breakfast with my wife and she ordered it, and I was thinking about
what? Take a bite.
You didn't even take a bite. Yeah, you didn't even take a bite.
I didn't want to like steal it from her, So.
Oh my.
We're not saying don't eat the whole plate.
I had a thing of pancakes and sausage,
Pancakes.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna make, because I think we talked about it. It's only like a 4-hour drive. Yeah. I will make a weekend trip where I can come out. We can go fish the ponds, and I will literally bring you a bucket of biscuits and gravy.
Oh my god!
What if I don't like them?
That's fine. Eat them. You can take a no thank you bite. I'll eat the rest. Hell, I don't care about that. More for me.
All right, good rod here for throwing Texas rigs and jigs. What you guys using?
Texas rigs and jigs. For me, it's two separate.
I mean.
What'd you say? It's two separate routes for you, Hank?
Yeah, I've got an Akuma TCS. I think it's a 7.3 medium heavy.
It would be. No, that'd be a 7.3 heavy.
Yeah, it might be. Anyway, but it's new, and I've been throwing. I use that to drag the bigger worms through brush piles during the summer. But now my Psycho stick teamed up with my Helios reel is kind of my I think it's a 6.6 or something, and that's what I've been like I just cast around or very light, flipping, just kind of an all around jig rod. I like it a lot.
I usually use medium heavy for Texas rigs and heavy for jigs.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I go back and forth on both. It just depends on how heavy I'm throwing.
Yeah, that 7.3 heavy you're using, that's one of the few rods in that lineup that's got a fast action. It's still somewhat soft, but it's still faster in a majority of them. Any idea what's the new Z-Man Hellraiser is going to be? I've heard
it's
of
a
that
topwater thing. Yeah, I would say go check out Andrew Hayes, the Tackle Talk podcast. He's doing a thing on the Berkeley Slobber Knocker. If you watched my live, I showed pictures of that. Go check out Gary Klein on Instagram. He works with Berkeley and them, and he showed pictures of it. It's pretty cool. I think I've still got the screenshot. But Andrew Hayes, awesome. I'm not a do you guys ever listen to him? Are you podcast guys?
No,
not really.
I'm not either. But on my drive to Minnesota, I had to find something, and somebody recommended it to me. But that's the Slobber Knocker from Berkeley.
Okay,
so it's their version of the chatterbait. The Hellraiser is like some topwater deal. I think it's a soft plastic. I don't know, but
I thought I seen something from Z-Man. What is it? A swim jig Ned?
Oh yeah, deal? The little one.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I think Hank, you're going to ICAST, right?
I am going to ICAST this year.
Nice.
I'm supposed to be. I'm not.
So I'll do a whole bunch of, shorts on products. Only products I give two craps about, though. I don't.
Yeah,
I may do some shorts and then sneak around the corner and go, "That's garbage. Don't buy it."
Debo, what was your take on the? Didn't you have the Revo Zeta?
I had the Roxani, which is the Cabela's exclusive. It's the exact same reel. I didn't understand their pricing on it. It's just like the Lose Mock Crush, the orange one.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the hell would they have like $160 reel that's all graphite?
Right.
Makes no sense to me.
Mm.
It casted well, but like, I'm sorry, an aluminum reel is going to hold up longer. It just will.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I didn't love it. I thought there's better ones you can get. Like, dude, I guess that's one when we were talking about reels. Like, how do you like the DC when you asked that?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Tatulas, like the Tatula 150. The the Mag Force brakes on those, they work so well, dude. They're hard to backlash.
Mm-hmm.
That's like $150 reel, $160. But
I'll
okay,
tell
what
you
do you think? Do you like it?
Kind of up in the air. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not saying I love it. I haven't used it a ton yet to really say
Cast
for sure.
well.
It is caster, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it casts
something
well.
about just the way it feels. I don't know. Maybe mine's super
all
dry.
graphite,
Like
man.
you got a bad Elite. You said that one time, but I don't know. There's something about it that's off. But
Yeah.
as far as their other reels that I've used, that Ike reel, have you used one of those?
I have not.
Dude, it's
But I
fantastic.
think that one's more than the STX, and I think the STX is. I got those. Amazon had them for $99 for lefties.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I think that reel is stupid nice.
Hmm.
And the SX, have you used the SX, the black and red one?
Mm-mm.
I think that's a good one that goes under the radar.
Yeah. Favorite Texas rigs off plastics, one each. You have three. Improved my fishing in the past few years. Thanks. BassGeek, I love the YouTube shorts. They are quick and to the point. Thanks all.
Dude, he's YouTube short and Instagram short famous. This guy over here is freaking killing it.
They're the shorts. The shorts, I think, have helped me find kind of who I am. And apparently I'm a 1980s television electronic salesman.
Your theme song, your
blah,
theme
blah,
song
blah.
needs to be don't want no short man. Remember that one?
That's funny. All right, favorite Texas rig off plastic. What's you got?
Your favorite Texas rig ever?
Gosh, it's such a toss-up.
That's tough because it's like you have to almost put it into categories. But I'd say if I could only pick one, like old school, that's probably caught me more than anything besides a worm.
Oh,
I think I'd say Pit Boss. Like, dude, the Pit Boss back in the day.
See, I'm going right
out of that.
That's like I'm going back and forth between. I mean, it's so hard. It's so hard to go against a trick worm, but at the same time, it's like a rage bug, structure bug, whatever you want to call it. Is it's
some sort of swim and crawl.
Like a rage crawl.
Yeah, rage crawl, mile crawl, chigger crawl,
yeah.
Crazy legs, yeah. Some sort of crawl.
God, I hate the chiggers. They itch.
Man.
So I'm gonna get the giveaway going here. You guys look for a few more questions here.
We're already an hour. Holy crap. These go so
they went fast. Can't remember how to do this. I always forget. I think you hit share.
Hey, guess what I did today, by the way? Finally.
What's that?
I went and tested at the restaurant that we're going to start doing live streams.
Oh,
today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Have you told anybody about that on your channel yet?
I've not said it to anybody yet. So just for you guys, this is kind of inside. Mm-hmm. We're actually going to start doing live streams. I try to do them every Monday. Fell a little bit behind, but we're going to actually start doing them live with a live studio audience. You'll be able to come out, have a cold beer, drink, eat, and talk fishing with me. So, and ask questions to the guest. We've got an 80-inch massive screen that's going to be there. So
that's gonna be cool, dude.
It's going to be fun, dude.
Are you gonna take calls and all that too, or?
No, I'm not going to take calls. We'll just, we'll do, we'll answer just like we're answering here. And then
Yeah.
anybody that's in the room, I'm going to have a camera on the audience. So,
Mhm.
we flip back and forth.
That's cool.
So
Let's see here.
Are you going to have the intro of BassGeek Live, something filmed in front of a live studio audience?
I should.
Like the sitcoms?
I'm going to have to tell everybody, though. I'm going to have to be like, look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't want to be on, on
Right.
video, you should probably leave now.
All right, Girth, get you entered in a giveaway. Let me grab some stuff real fast.
That Metanium? Is the Metanium tonight, or is that on a video?
I think it's a video, yeah. Yeah.
See, folks, he admitted it.
It's definitely
TB
He
a
has
video.
one he's giving away.
TBA.
Definitely a video.
Yeah, I agree with John Long's comment at 9:17. Jim has more tackle than Debo and Hank put together.
Oh, I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, man.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is just a green screen back here. I'm just telling you, just so I
Hey,
can
you-
feel,
I always say, man.
just so I can feel like I'm caught up.
Hold on, I'm grabbing some stuff. You guys look for some comments.
All I
Let me get
see
my
is
glasses.
girth.
Let's see. Jig Squad, Kuda's in here. What's up, Kuda? Here's one. Darren Robinson. Hey, Tackle Junkie, here's a question for you guys. I have like 5 or 6 reels in box that I have never used. Have you ever done that? Oh my God. Are you talking about Jim?
Oh,
We just talked
yeah.
about his
Come on.
18-foot of shelving
Really?
with his
5 or 6.
3
I might have
freaking
maybe 30.
rubber
back there.
Yeah.
I haven't-
Holy guacamole.
I get
Batman.
random texts from Jim saying, "Hey, Debo, have you used this reel?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like it. It's a smooth well." Oh yeah, I just bought 2 of them. I haven't used them yet, but I'm like,
I can't get out that much, man. I'm too busy working.
I know I can't see anything. I've got that nice Dobbins rod. I'm also kind of scared. This is why I don't buy a lot of high price stuff, because I get scared to take it out because I don't want to break it. And what the hell is the point of buying stuff if I'm going to get scared to use it? There's 0 point.
Well, number one, let me
So-
tell you, I'm your test guy. If it's going to hold up, I'm going to be able to tell you.
Yeah, and I don't baby stuff, but I try to take care of it. And it the thing with bank fishing is I don't know how many rods I've broke just by knocking them over, and you'll break like a couple guides.
Oh, yeah.
Like it chips
Yeah.
the guides just when they knock over into the cement. So it's like I always get like, oh, this one's already rigged up, and
I do that, but I literally have a pile of rods right here in the corner that are all broke rods. So when I break an eyelet or step on an eyelet with the boat, because I always have 200 rods out, I just scrape one off and retie it and put it back up, put it on. So I keep them for spare parts.
All right, real fast here. We got some Scott Sparrow Yum swim baits, Grande Bass, Grubs, Grande Bass swim baits, some Yum, Crawl Pappies, Z-Man Goats, Guggen Jig, Phoenix Jig, Reaction Jerk Bait, Freedom, Mischief Minnow, and Lunker Hunt, Easy Prey. That's what you get. Pick a winner here in about 5 minutes. All right, you guys pick one more comment each.
the one down, it's not really a question, but
Yeah.
Matthew at 918 asked, or South Jersey fisherman, BassGeek, do you use any crankdown swim baits at all?
No, wait a minute. Sorry, I was looking for questions. I didn't hear that one.
918.
Matthew asked, BassGeek, do you use any crankdown swim baits at all?
Crank down.
Yeah, so I'm assuming the ones with the lip where you crank it down, I guess is what he's talking about, to a certain depth, or is that something else, Matthew? I don't know. Maybe that's a brand or something. I'm not big on the swim bait game.
Yeah. I'm a little lost on that. I mean, I use deep divers a lot. I mean, everything that I use, I've got a whole box of.
Oh, I wonder if he's talking like a fall rate crank down. He's talking about
There it
swim bait. So is that like they fall at a certain rate? You let it crank down to a certain. I don't know, Matthew. What the hell are you talking about? Tell us. He will.
Is he talking about the ones that are weighted that maybe sink? Of course, with their crank down, I don't know.
Well, then
Johnny
930s.
Markham's got
30's
a good
got
one
a.
at 919.
Which shallow crankbaits do you guys like to use? Hank, we already went over that. DT20s.
DT. Shallow is the DT10s. No, I'm kidding. I'll tell you what, when it comes to shallow, it's really hard to beat just an all around the Fritz sides. The Fritz sides are pretty sweet.
KVD 1.5, Bomber Square A, Bandit 100. Probably 3 of my favorites.
Yeah, I would say I've caught more fish on just a KVD 1.5 than.
Yep.
But yeah, back in the day, like the Bomber or the like Normans, seems like those were always in like the clearance bins. I always got those as a kid. But I mean, just like a 4 to 6 foot diver. Three to 5, whatever square balls.
This dude got some of the Krube 6 cents baits and crawfish crunch. Yeah, I want to get some of those. All right, you guys see anything else? Now we'll pick us a winner.
The only one I had was, I'm kind of interested because I don't know if you have, Jim, or you, Hank. I don't know if I've seen either of you. Johnny Markham at 919 said, y'all use Cashin. Any? What are your thoughts? I've used a lot of different rods, but as a whole, Cashin is my favorite.
I like Cashins.
I picked one up at a show before. I just didn't care for the grip on it, so I never used one.
That was the thing that I thought I wasn't gonna like. I got the Icon, the chatterbait one last year, and used it a ton. Yeah, when I picked it up, I'm like, man, these grips suck. But as you have to get used to it. I actually really like them. I got one of their jerkbait rods too.
I got one that's South Jersey Fisherman.
Let me do this one here. I have Big John says I only have 2 baitcast combos, and this week I broke a rod on one setup and the reel on the other. Definitely now need to get a new combo. Luck. What would be the best budget combo between 80 and 120? 80 and 120.
I would say, like we were talking about before, mix and match and look for the sales. They're gonna have 4th of July sales coming up.
Oh yeah.
And look for like clearance stuff that they're getting rid of, like a year or so old. Like there's nothing wrong with it. It's just they're making money because they're gonna have the iCast stuff coming out. And like I said, I got that Revo STX for $200 reel for $100. So you can get $100 reel for $50 or something. You're doing.
I'm sure you can probably get an SLX around 82 if you shop around.
Yep.
If you got $40 to spare, I could probably look at. I still like the just a graphite series from Bass Pro. Those are pretty cheap, $40-$50 probably. Berkeley Lightning rod, those are solid.
Like I said, the Arid X, I mean, gosh almighty, that thing is. Yep. I mean, are there really any bad rods out there anymore? I mean, there's very, very few and far between.
Right.
A lot of it comes to fit. I mean, a lot of it really does. Like once you get in your hand, how does it feel with your reel?
Yeah, knobs, handle, things like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. Let's pick us a winner here. And the winner is, I guess you guys see that?
Yep.
Here we go. Smoky Mountain Fishing.
Smoky Mountain Fishing.
That's a cool emblem too.
Yeah, I like that.
Merc, a bass.
Stop sharing. Smoky Mountain Fishing. You got to be on. I would think you still would be. Let's pop up on screen here, see the comments, and we'll.
Where was that comment I was looking for just a minute ago?
You guys fishing this week?
Going in the morning, next 2 days, hopefully.
There he is. Smoky Mountain Fishing. There'll be an email in the description, or you guys can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. I'll get that shipped out in the morning. So you're going in the morning, Hank?
Yeah, I'm going in the morning. Just going up to that small little local lake. I gotta get some things filmed too, so it'll be probably a half day fishing, half day filming.
Right.
So
I'm so behind. I got nothing lined up. Too busy working. I just want to take naps.
I actually did today too. I was beat when I got off
I
work.
think I might take the boat out and bring a pillow and just sleep on the lake. That way nobody leaves me alone.
Peace and quiet, dude. It's so easy to get sleepy out there, though.
Oh yeah.
There's been
Heck
slow
yeah.
days, man, where I'm just like, it's so peaceful. Pull up into a cove and just sleep.
Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. I truly appreciate everyone hanging with us tonight. If you guys haven't checked out Hank or Debo, definitely check them out. They'll be linked down below. Guys, another awesome Tuesday Night Live. We're out. See you guys on the next one.